scholar by any measure. I'm sure that there are going to be a ton of Christians in the comments disagreeing with some of my takes here. So feel free to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. I'm happy to hear them. Now, that said, a lot of the stories and concepts that I'm about to relate to you are things that I personally consider to be very, very real. And some of these things are things that I don't think even a lot of my fellow Christians know about. And if you're not a Christian, I hope that you enjoy this, at least from a storytelling perspective, or getting insight into something maybe you didn't know about before. Either way, thanks for watching. So, pull up a chair, get comfy, and pour yourself a nice hot cup of tea from today's sponsor, Lions Tea Exchange. Oh, hello. You just caught me reading a book with no pictures in it, like a big boy. And like a big boy, I like big boy drinks, like fine bourbon, the blood of my enemies, and tea from Lions Tea Exchange. Lions Tea Exchange understands quality. Quality leaves, quality taste, and a good way to spend your quality time. Whether that's enjoying a relaxing cup at the end of the night, trying to get an energy boost in the middle of the day, or just trying to get your mind right before you plunge into the thick of a pitched battle with the Dilophorid hordes of the Galactic Heliodor Collective that could decide the fate of Western civilization as we know it, LTE has the tea you need for the moment. Now, I can't scientifically prove this, but Lions Tea Exchange tea makes men 18% better at any task. Tea is rumored to make you 25% prettier, or a better boss babe. I don't know what women want, damn. But I do know they want tea, so pay attention, fellas. LTE makes for a fantastic gift. Just look at this keepsake box that she can store her tea in. Plus, you've got incredible flavors that both of you can enjoy, like emerald green, lemon ginseng, raspberry elderflower rosé, and bourbon barrel chai. So head on over to LionsTeaExchange.com right now and buy you some tea worthy of someone as awesome as you. Now, obviously, I can't talk cosmic horror without first bringing up the great H.P. Lovecraft. What we know on a mainstream level about anything in this genre is because of him. I mean, so many things that we love, be they movies or video games, books, or even YouTube series, all have to nod, like this video, to Lovecraft. Now, what was so interesting about Lovecraft was the fact that he didn't just throw monsters at you. And everyone knows Cthulhu, but other stories like The Color Out of Space, and The Mountains of Madness, and one of my favorites, The Nameless City, all hint that we're this speck of overlooked dust in a cosmos much more grand and terrifying than we could possibly imagine. We are tiny, powerless insects late to a cosmic party that would overwhelm us into madness if we were given a full view behind the veil of what we think is reality. And if you sit with that concept for a while, it can become an incredibly terrifying thought. But for Christians, it was Tuesday. I think that what a lot of people see as Christianity is what Christianity actually is. People see church congregations, focus on the family shows, repetitive music, and all in the name of following some soft-spoken guy who preached a Bill and Ted message. Be excellent to each other. And died on a cross. And this is just the tippity top of the Christianity iceberg. When you really start to look at the world as the Bible describes it to you, you start to notice something a little Lovecraftian. Obviously, the biggest difference between the two is that Lovecraft imagined a universe of cosmic indifference, one that gives as much attention to you as you do to an ant while you're walking down the sidewalk. If you get stepped on, well, that's just bad luck. Christianity, on the other hand, says that the cosmos is very aware of your existence and is in fact hyper-focused on you. It knows both your current and your ancient name, and there's a good portion of it that hates you with a passion you can't fathom. Unless you worked in retail, then you might have an idea. Now, both of these views have their own specific brand of horror to them, but Christians have lived long enough with the idea that our brand of cosmic horror is so very real that it starts to show up in Christian creations. Have you ever heard of the Inklings? It was a group of writers at Oxford whose names you may have heard of before. They include Charles Williams, C.S. Lewis, and of course, J.R.R. Tolkien. Now, all of you know their works. Tolkien wrote The Lord of the Rings, Lewis wrote The Chronicles of Narnia, and Williams is the least known of the three, but he's probably the most unhinged with A Descent into Hell. Now, all three of them are Christians, very famously, in fact, and all three of them have flirted with elements of cosmic horror.